In this video, I'm going to take you through an energy reading and update for July 7th through July 14th, and we'll see what will come through. I am currently in the Akashic Records for the collective of light workers of humanity, and we are going to get some solid themes for the week, what you guys can look forward to, what you need to look out for, and that's going to be the vibe. If you're new, my name is Emelina Calder. I'm a cosmic shaman, an Akashic Records reader, guide, practitioner, healer, Akashic Records everything. And hi, sweetheart. Happy Sunday. Thank you guys for joining me. I am also a high performance coach, a psychic medium, life coach, and personal branding coach. So those are all of the things. I am already in the collective. I'm going to read from the Akashic Records for you guys to get you some much needed guidance for the week. If you haven't heard yet, I have a program that's a deep dive in the Akashic Records, teaching you how to intuit, understand, translate, and get into your own personal Akashic Records so you can claim your personal destiny. It's working with the blueprint of your soul and your higher self and your highest guides. You don't have to be psychic to do it and to join. I actually teach you all the skills that you need. It's a really profound program. Right now I have it at 70% off until Spirit asks me to close the doors, which I'm not sure when that day is going to be yet. But if you're ready to jump and want to check it out, use the code ANCESTORS at checkout. I will leave a link in the description below for you to check that out. It's at iamemelina.com/Akashic-records. If you're new to the Akashic Records and want to get your feet wet, in the description below, I also have a free 8-part video training where you can start to learn about the Akashic Records, what they are, and see if this is going to be the right program for you. So very excited for all of the things. For those of you that are watching that have joined, I literally cry tears of joy every time one of you come into the program. It's really been quite a level of mastery and understanding for me to have built that program and continue to build it. I am going to be adding a 7th module this summer that you guys will get access to on healing generational curses, healing generational bloodlines, doing past life regressions, understanding how the soul works in parallel dimensional realities. So I'm very excited about that. And I think I'm also going to be taking you guys through like an opening initiation ceremony on a live stream, those of you that jump in to the program. So again, if you're interested, the link is in the description below. I really think you're going to love this program. I got some payment plans. I got some fun, like pay in full. If you pay in full, I'm going to send you a cute little care package and all the good things. So excited to have you guys here with me. Thank you. If you're new and this sounds like your vibe, you love spiritual and personal development, hit that subscribe button wherever it is. Tap the bell for notifications. Like this video, drop a comment below, let me know what resonates in the stream for you, and we're gonna jump straight in. So there was a new moon last Friday in Cancer that was actually pretty intense. I shot a video on it. You can look that up. It's the last video in my live streams. I'll link in the description below after this stream. And I've also got a couple of videos from last week that were really amazing as well, talking about releasing spiritual shackles that when we get born into this life, we get born into a level of spiritual slavery, which I didn't know until I had channeled that video. So if you want to learn all of those things and understand how to break those bonds and claim your spiritual prowess and your spiritual power, I take you through it in the video. We do a short invocation so you can at least claim your spiritual power, whether or not you choose to work with me. So that's all the announcements up front. I'm just going to sit in with the Akashic Records here for a moment and see what they want to start channeling through. The first thing that they did say to me was ride the high. So that's something we're going to jump into. But let me tune in and see. Okay, so the first thing that they're streaming through is that this is a result of the new moon too. So make sure you watch that video if this is of interest to you. But there are we're almost like riding on parallel train tracks this week, with two very present realities. Your shadows and your lows are going to be very upfront and in your face. The karma that you've lived through, the results of that karma are going to be unfolding very quickly and rapidly in front of you. And it's very important that you are aware and conscious to choosing better for yourself, to see the karma not as a dysfunction but to literally, as things are unfolding and coming forward to you that you're not a fan of, that you don't like the results of or the outcomes, that you're actually going to have a say in rewriting in your records. They're actually pulling open the book of life, and they're like, you get to make new decisions. These karmic realities are showing themselves, again, not as a dysfunction to you, but so that you can choose a new reality moving forward. This week is like a very life-altering week is what they're saying to me. This is the week where you are actually recoding your Akashic records, not just for the year, but for this chapter. I don't know what's going on astrologically, but there's something specific about this week. And whenever you see this video, when you land on this, because these messages are timeless, energy and time are synonymous, so you will be met with the resonant message that you need whenever you see this video, that you are rewriting, they're saying, your source code program, how you function in the world. You know, like, for example, if you're typically a more shy, passive individual, this is the week where you get to assert yourself and say, no, these are my needs. This is what I want, and I'm going to be met. And as you make each decision in that way, occupying that regal state of reality for yourself, that empowered, assertive state of reality, your records, your guardians are recording your new status, your way of being, as the new chapter that you're moving forward with. They're saying 5 to 10 years. I don't know why that's a significance. There must be a moon cycle or something happening right now that's queuing up astrologically. They're showing me a lot of fire too, so it's literally like we are in rapid fire. Don't get overwhelmed, maintain your balance, and whenever you're in a decision that feels like, oh, I don't know what to do, sink or swim, what should I do, who am I now? Decide who you want to become and make the decision from the place of, if I was in my most empowered states of being, what decision would I make? Not what's comfortable, not what's familiar. What would I make from the place of knowing that I'm the most empowered, that I've created a totally new reality, I am stepping into my highest version of myself. What does that highest version of myself character, what choices does he or she make? And make the choices from that place, even if they are seemingly very uncomfortable. It doesn't really matter. They're telling me that it really just has to do with how you function through the week, recording. You're making records in your Akashic records to set a new standard or a new blueprint of how you communicate and how your needs are met moving forward. Again, I don't know the significance of this time period, but they're showing me it like a tidal wave, and it's lifting all of us up at this time and bringing us forward. And that momentum is what is going to carry you forward through your life. So it is important not to stress the urgency, but there is urgency behind it. They're saying it's going to be very easy. It's just like, the choices, the people you meet this week, whatever happens this week, look at it like a menu of options. And instead of choosing the menu that you would typically choose of the things that you don't like, choose new, choose what you want. And you don't even have to like manifest really hard as thinking about it in terms of like visualization, getting your energy behind it. What vibration am I in? This week is about making the decisions. These are choice points that your power will then match that energetic frequency as you move forward. It's less about embodying all of the power now in order to make the decisions. Like, you're not there yet. You're not in this higher self version of yourself yet, and that's more than okay. You actually don't need to be that person yet. You just need to start making the decisions as if you are that person, and then those decisions, they're showing me, create a momentum that pulls you forward from this now moment into the new reality. They're telling me it's actually an easier way of manifesting than trying to match the vibrational reality of what you want, occupying your power now, and then making the decisions from that place, if that makes sense. Those of you that follow law of attraction, manifesting, you know, you have to be the vibrational frequency of the thing that you're trying to attract in order to gain it or have it, access to it in your life. And they're telling me that that is great, but it's actually a little bit harder if you just make the decisions without the power this week specifically about who you're looking to become, your future self. This is very interesting. So instead of being propelled forward from the past or from the now and having to create all that momentum now, You're actually setting fishing lines into the future of who you're going to become. And then the future version of yourself, based on all those new decisions you're making, starts to anchor in the future, in the quantum. And because that's going to gain a lot of power in the future, because you're making decisions now, casting the net forward, again, just fishing lines, decisions, one decision after another, you're throwing them into the future, okay? They're showing me you taking a rock and skimming it across a pond or a lake. It's like you're skipping the rock across to the future and saying, that's where I'm going. Then that future starts to grow in power. And they're showing me it's very, very, very easy. And that future version of yourself starts to pull your energy forward. This is so interesting. Okay, so they're telling me it's very, very easy. When you work with this method as opposed to the other manifesting method, the future version of yourself just pulls you forward. It'll be easier to make the decisions. It'll be easier to occupy your states of power because it's like you're setting the train tracks ahead of time, that's where I'm going. And then the future version of yourself, the highest version of yourself that you're stepping into, locks you into that train track and then gives you not just synchronicities, but like they're showing me like events being really easy. I know I use the word miracles a lot, but like miracles just falling into place, like the right job opportunities, the right relationships, the right run-ins with the right people. But it's not coming from the place of striving. It's not coming from the place of, oh, I have to maintain my emotional balance right now so that everything can be perfect in the future. It's like, no, you can actually be a mess and trip your way into it because you're setting the phone lines up in the future to pull you forward. And they are showing me, what is it, like jet skiing? I've never really done this sort of sporting, but it's like there's a line in the future connected to you and there's a boat, right, with a motor and power, and you're tied to the line and you're surfing, but you know exactly where you're going because your future self, your higher self, is actually just pulling you forward. And from that place, they're showing me the ease is that you just get to jet ski, or not jet ski, what's it called? It's when you have the skis behind the boat. Water ski, I think. So you're water skiing. So you're just like in the joy of the ride, like, oh, this is so fun because my higher self is managing the boat. Like my higher self is taking me right where I need to go. And there's a lot of momentum behind that because the power is moving forward from the future, tying to the line to the present moment. And as long as you're not fighting or clinging to the past, you'll just be moving forward. And they're telling me it should feel very easy. So things that used to feel very, very difficult in the past will feel easy moving forward. And it will feel easy this week if you jump onto this timeline, I'll say. What else do you guys want to say on that? It's less of a timeline and more of a momentum. You're surfing your future self. And your future self has your back covered and knows where you need to go. Now, they are showing me you can be very much less than perfect in the present moment. You can trip over yourself and it's fine because you are like tethered to the future. You're being launched forward. Like it's almost like you have no choice, but you do have a choice. You chose to move forward in the future, but your future self has got you so much that it's just pulling you forward. That should alleviate some of the concerns for you guys. You can, they're saying again, trip your way into success. You can F it up and you'll still be launched forward because you can't really F it up because you're being tethered into the new timeline. This is very interesting. I'm thrilled about it, actually. Is there anything else you guys want to say before I pull some cards? You're walking into your new reality, but it's all, again, they're saying tripping. It's almost like you're tripping into your next reality. Like you're just like trying to get make some moves and like end up in the new reality, and that's okay. They're telling me it is going to feel messy, but if you think about it in terms of water skiing, I've never water skied, you guys. This is what they're showing me, but I don't have the experience to like speak from experience. I would assume that when you're starting to water ski, it can feel a little difficult because unless you're like you've got your balance on the skis, and the balance as far as I would assume you need to really be sitting back with your knees bent, like to catch the momentum forward, you're gonna end up like tumbling, but also still being pulled forward. So what they're oh, okay. Okay, got it. So what they're saying is if you want a more enjoyable experience, because no matter what, you're getting pulled forward, right? If you want a more enjoyable experience, it's literally the mechanics of water skiing. So the weight of your experience in the present moment needs to be sitting back, because you're putting the pressure in the middle of your foot and into your heel, because you need the lift at the front of the ski. I taught skiing for years, so that's why they're like sending this through to me. It's almost like powder skiing, but more intense. So that you can catch the water, so that you can ride the wave and like enjoy yourself and have fun. That in human terms translates to an air of being relaxed and observant or attentive. You don't want to be so relaxed that you're like, oh, I'm on vacation, I don't have to worry about anything. That's not that, okay? You're water skiing. So you do need to have your eye on the prize. You need to have your head on in the right game. You need to be focused on where you're going and attentive. It's almost like driving, like attentive to everyone else on the road. Like be attentive to the events that are happening, be attentive to the people, be attentive to the signs from the universe, just like in your periphery, okay? But your present emotional state should be fairly relaxed. Like you are sitting back, okay? And you're counting on that body positioning of the present moment of your emotional state in sitting back to allow you to catch the momentum so that you can have fun and ski to get where you're going. So what does that look like? That looks like a really relaxed attitude adjustment of realizing that everything's working in your favor. Handle your life from that place. This isn't a level of spiritual bypassing, like everything's going well for me. Like it's literally like, no, everything's going well for me because I'm freaking skiing right now on the water. My higher self has got me. This can be fun or it can be difficult depending on how well we ski, right? So it's like sit back enough knowing that you're being pulled forward. It's not sitting back to the point of releasing all, I don't want to say control, but motivation. You're not laying on a beach as far as relaxed goes, if that makes sense. You're attentive, you're in a sport, you're in the middle of doing something fun, and if you don't pay attention and you shift your weight differently, you're gonna topple over, inhale a lot of salt water, and have a really difficult experience. So their point is be very, very attentive, but not so much that you're angry, upset, or in fear. And be relaxed, because you need to be able to move with the flow of whatever the hell this water is, these waves that we're skiing over, but not so relaxed that you lose your ability to do the sport. This is a sporty week. You're in the game. Put your game face on. Have fun and enjoy the ride. They told me to ride the high. So again, circling back to the two themes they brought me into at the beginning of the stream, there's like parallel tracks right now. There's a low and a high. Both are just as present. Emotionally, both will feel just as present. It could be, you guys might be feeling a lot of anger and not knowing where it's coming from. A lot of karmic circumstances are coming due. A lot of karmic emotions are coming due from relationships or patterns, karmic patterns, things that you've been cycling in that aren't enjoyable. You're going to start to feel that momentum be very, very present this week. This is a result of that new moon we just went through in Cancer. If you're feeling anger, cool. Write it out. Go punch a pillow. Go for a run. Go work out. Scream in a pillow. I don't know. Go handle it. Okay? That's what they're saying. Handle it. That reality is going to be very potent and present. The point is, don't allow it to take over your experience, because it's just as present. The joy, the high, the riding your way to miracles, the enjoyment, the shit is lining up very quickly for me. I just pulled myself right out of whatever situation I was in and launched myself into my new career or launched myself into my new relationship, whatever it is you've been asking for and creating. They're both very present. They're telling me this clearly because likely a lot of you will have these bouts of anger. Don't take them as dysfunction, handle them, don't avoid them, and then place your focus back on the enjoyment. Be like, okay, that anger was there, I handled it. Now there is equal intensity on the parallel timeline here that is joy. So it's almost, you might almost feel like a little manic this week. Just run with it. Like, the emotions are intense. Now, can you guys tell me, if we just ride the higher emotions, what happens? It's not about riding the higher emotions, it's about accessing the higher emotions, the higher states of bliss. Because the lower emotions are going to move through and process as you access the higher vibrations. Your joy, your bliss, your oh my fucking God, I can't believe that just happened. The oh my gosh, I just got a huge inspiration to do this thing, or to buy this course, or to buy this car, or whatever, you know, whatever it's gonna be. They're showing me like a bliss of accessing something that you've been dreaming of. And that bliss is so intense that it's also creating a purge of anything that's been standing in the way, which is likely some lower seated shadow emotions and deep seated anger for almost yourself, for not allowing yourself to ride the high sooner. Your shadow and your light are really amplified this week. They're both very present. So this week is about being able to balance the two. Oh my God, God bless the Akashic Records, man. They just make it so perfect. Like skiing, okay? You can't escape your shadow, you can't escape your light. They are literally, it's like one is the left side, one is the right side. You're skiing, you have two skis strapped to your feet. So if you try to like negate your shadow and just ignore it, you just lost one of your feet and your ability to ski. That's not gonna go well for you. The point this week is, and they're showing me the Chariot card, for those of you that know tarot, it's about riding both. It's about having both in equal balance, equal presence of your shadow and your light, keeping them both with you and riding them straight through these gates. They are showing me gates. This is like race time, but it's not like we're running. We're like being pulled forward by our future timeline, our future self. This is the thoroughbred time. If you guys have heard me, I feel like through the year, they always refer to me as training thoroughbreds. Like, I train people to race. Like through this life, through this ascension process. This is the race. They're showing the thoroughbreds out of the gate. Like, this is the gate, but there's no competition. They keep bringing it back to the water skiing. There's no competition. And in fact, there's no like efforting, because your higher self, your future self is literally pulling you forward with a motor. So it's just, right now, can you be okay with all aspects of yourself? Can you be okay with your shadow and your light? And can you embrace the power of both of them? The shadow does have a lot of power, so does your light. And you need to be able to ride both equally, accept both equally, deny nothing. Allow yourself everything. Constructively, obviously with the shadow stuff, this isn't about lashing out at other people or anything. This is literally like, whatever anger comes up, find constructive ways to handle that anger. Healthy ways to handle that anger. Exercise is a great way to do that. Journaling is a great way to do that. Going to a therapist, probably a great way to do that, or a coach. They're telling me to maintain your focus. Don't worry about what's going on outside of your lane. And now they're showing me swimming lanes. Stay in your lane with this scenario, okay? If somebody else in your life has something else going on and you've been concerned about them, let go about the codependency. They're not your responsibility unless they are your children and they are minors. Like, let it go. They're showing me in this game, everyone's responsible for themselves, okay? Let go of any idea that you have responsibility over other people. Of course, unless you have actual responsibility over people. I'm not going to go into specifics, but like, you know, minors, elderly, people that you're taking care of. But regardless, when it comes to adults, like, stay in your MF lane, okay? Anything that's going on outside of your experience, outside of anything you can directly handle and control yourself, You have to just maintain the air or the idea of it's not my problem. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you not caring. And maybe you could extend some grace at some future point to help them in some way or another, but that's not this time. You have to make it through what I call your portal gates. These are portal gates. You're being launched forward into a brand new timeline. This is a collective wave. If you don't do it, you're going to crash and burn. Like, that's what they're showing me. Don't even try. It's going to be like, it's so easy just to stay in your lane. It's easy to stay with your higher self. It's easy to ride this momentum. Try to give yourself the most enjoyable experience that you possibly can, because if you think about it in terms of water skiing again, if you're not good at it, if you can't maintain your balance on both your shadow and your light, both skis, you're going to be like toppling over, like inhaling water. It's going to be not a great experience. You're still going to be pulled forward. You'll still get through your gates. You're being pulled through your portals at the quantum level, but it won't be as enjoyable of an experience. So the point is, balance your shadow and your light. Be okay with both. Allow both expressions constructively. Keep your ideas to yourself is what's coming forward as well. Those dreams, the light, what you're going towards, don't tell anyone about it. They're showing me that clearly. That's part of staying in your lane. Don't share your dreams, visions, and goals right now. That's part of staying in your lane. Just get through the portals. I don't know what's coming up. At some point you could share it. But the momentum that they're showing me right now is you just have to, they're showing me like 4 to 6 gates through the quantum. You just have to get through the gates. And again, they're saying it's going to be very, very, very easy. This should be very alleviating for you guys. They're just saying, stay in your lane, pay attention to yourself, keep your focus. No one else is your responsibility, unless they are actually your responsibility, like minors. Emotionally, specifically. Don't try to meet other people's emotional needs. If people are reaching out to you to meet their emotional needs, if it doesn't feel good, let it go and just give yourself an easy pardon, like a healthy, like, I actually don't have space right now to hold this. I'd love to work through this with you, but I just don't have the space to hold this with you or hold this for you or work through this. I'm sorry, maybe another time. Like whatever, like easy way you can kind of get yourself out of emotionally holding crybabies is what they just said to me. That's funny. What? Oh, you're leaving people behind, okay? I'd say I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not, because you're gonna really love where you're going. You're leaving people behind. This is interesting because I was thinking about talking about soul family in a video coming up. Whether it's physical family or whether it's soul family, there are crybabies around you that are related to you, whether directly or in soul ties, and they're watching you launch into your higher vibrational timelines. And they don't like it. And there is a level of, no, come back. No, I don't want you to do that. No, don't be your best. Take me with you. But like they'll do their work on their time, whatever. You have to focus on your lane. You can't bring them with you. You only have 2 skis. You get to your future position. When you get to your future position, you can turn around and help people out that want to be helped and come forward. But what the Akashic Records are saying right now is that it's your responsibility to allow the crybabies to cry. They are using, this sounds like derogatory language to me. I'm like, what do you mean crybabies? That's so like derogatory, but that's how they're saying it through me. So you have to see it in that way. The people that are clinging to you, that are going to be upset with you for your goals, your dreams, your realities, that's why they're saying don't share your visions right now, because they're not going to be accepted. That what's going to happen if you share everything that's going well for you, everything that you want to go well, or where you're going, is, I don't like the vision they're giving me, but they're showing me like a bunch of dead people, like zombies, like, come back, like clinging onto you and pulling you back. That could just be old karmic patterns, negative belief cycles, negative behavioral cycles, codependency, addiction patterns. That could be physical addiction patterns, substance abuse, like Like if you have a friend group that like you are so beautifully attentive to, but they always go out drinking, and now you stop because you're actually like moving towards a goal that you're doing, or a dream or a vision, whether they're showing me like something athletic, but it could be a business that you're building, it could be a career move, it could be ascension work. There are a lot of things that could be, but anyway, they're going to try to pull you back in. So be mindful of the zombies around your life, the crybabies that may try to trick you into some level of substance to seduce you back into the old patterns, because they want to keep you there, because that's where they get access to you. Once you out vibrate people, they no longer have access, and what they do is they kick and scream, and they'll pull out all the fucking stops, you guys, to try to pull you back. I was going to talk about this because I noticed for myself, like my soul family group, I don't have attachments to family, but my soul family here, like I've realized I've had to let everyone go. And I'm in a position where I'm just like, and I knew because I was there that a lot of you guys would be there. It's a little bit easier for me because I do a lot of this ascension work. I just know how to manage it. But just be mindful that if you're leaving a lot of people behind, which likely you are, that it's okay. There are ranges of our vibration, and the people that we love and adore and that did resonate with us for a certain period of time are at the top of our bottom. Their top range is now at the bottom of our new range. And if we cling to the people, we pull ourselves back into that range, and we can't excel. We can't be the thoroughbred. We can't win the race. We can't access the life of our dreams. And because our momentum at this point at the collective level with you guys is so strong, we're all being launched forward. It's like, don't fight it. Like, what are you doing? So they're just bringing to your conscious mind the attention and understanding. Let's review. Stay in your lane. Be focused. Don't share your dreams, visions, or goals with anyone. Allow the crybabies to cry. Don't try to console them. Watch out for seductive behavior to pull you back into old karmic and addiction patterns. And allow yourself to release the people that need to be released. They may make a comeback, okay? If this will help alleviate some of the mind for you guys, they may make a comeback, but it has to be in your next chapter, and you have to get there first, and you have to secure yourself. They're showing me another example is like you're moving homes right now. Energetically, okay? So you're like packing up, and like people are coming, they're like crying, you're like, oh my God, you're moving, I can't believe you're moving. And you're like, I actually have a date that I have to move by. like I have to be out of here by July 30th, and I have to be in my new home on the 31st or like August 1st or whatever. So GTFO, like get out of my way. We can talk about this next, in the next 3 weeks after I move. Like I'll even throw a little home party, and you can come to the new home and you can visit me, and we can have a whole chat. We can fix whatever needs to be fixed. We can look at whatever needs to be looked at. Really, you're just going to be thrilled at the new home that I'm moving into, because you're probably going to benefit from said new home that I have, but I have to take care of myself first. Right now, I can't take care of you because I have a solid move out date, and I have a move-in date for the new home, and you're getting in my way, and I need to pack, and I need to handle my emotions, and I need to handle my anger, and I need to manage my shadow and my light, because this skiing thing, although fun, if I have my head somewhere else and lose my focus, I'm going to be totally taken off track, and it's going to be an effing nightmare for me. So get out of my way. That's what they just said. Get the F out of my way. This is where I'm going. They're saying it again, like literally so clearly, if you guys need this power level. Think in your mind. You don't have to say this to people. Think in your mind when they start pulling their bullshit around. You say, get the fuck out of my way. I have somewhere to go. I will take care of you later. I'm not leaving you. I'm taking care of myself, and it's of the highest benefit for me and for you, for me to make this move, because honestly, you're going to love that I'm going to be able to help you more later from this new place that I'm going. But you have to get out of my way. They are showing me people from your past stepping in front of you and saying, I'm not letting you go, blocking the door and being like, no, you're not leaving me. And you being like, I'm sorry. Did you not hear me? Get the fuck out of my way. I'm moving. I'm taking care of myself. I'm being launched into my new future. And this isn't anything bad against you or bad against me. I just have to take care of myself. And they're anchoring again that it's not like you're not, These people around you aren't disposable. You're not throwing them away. You're just saying, you don't get my vision. Get out of the way. I have to take care of myself, and then I'll take care of you later. Because that's how we have to do this. You know, put your own oxygen mask on before you go trying to help other people with the oxygen mask, and now you're dying because you don't have yours on. That's what this scenario is. All right, I'm gonna pull a couple of quick cards to tie this up, but that is the freaking message. The Akashic Records delivered. Balance. You guys, you know, you guys have been doing the work. What this is there's a karmic rebalancing and a karmic judgment happening right now, where a lot of you have been tied up in previous patterns a little too long. You've been staying too long in a previous vibrational state of reality, a lower state with your lower self, but you've been doing so much ascension work, so much spiritual work, that actually your power, your spiritual mass is in the future that you've wanted to create. It's already there. And all you have to do is let the baggage go so that you can be pulled forward. What's the timeline, you guys? August 1st, and definitely by the August 8th portal. Oh, today's the 8th, right? It's a month. So this is also the 7/7 portal that was yesterday, and it's moving into the Lion's Gate. So for you guys to know, this 31-ish days, 31 days is go time. It's game time. Put the games down, the power games, put the conflicts down, focus on your goals, sprint. I know that's not typically a summer message. Summer is usually like, oh, relax, go surfing, hang out, do whatever you're gonna do, whatever your balance is for your shadow and your light. But for the next 30 days, you are at a dead fucking sprint. I don't know the significance of why this 8/8 portal is doing this. We'll tackle it on 8/8. Maybe I'll do a workshop with you guys. Like, the Lionsgate portals are always really, really, really significant to begin with. They're telling me you can relax after the 8/8 portal. And by relax, we mean your more typical summer, like, oh my gosh, I'm just here. I'm gonna go tan. I'm gonna go on vacation. You know, these are states of awareness, right? They're saying you need to relax enough. You need to sit back, allow the universe to rearrange everything ahead of you. But this is a dead sprint. So if I were you guys, what I would do is create a list of 3 priorities. I would tack it on your wall. And if anything conflicts with that list of 3 priorities, I would just say no. People wanting to hang out of nowhere. No. Talk to me at the end of August. Like that, like this is literally the vibe. It's very fast. This is very fast movement. Like, you have to focus. You have to. You can't be juggling a million priorities right now. 3 priorities. Your 3 biggest goals, the things you're working for this summer, are going to be anchored in and to some level accomplished. You're going to be sitting in your new home, your new energetic home, maybe even a real new home, your new financial home, whatever it is, okay? By the 8/8 portal. You've got 30 days. They're saying it's like rocket fuel, like a jet pack. Like if you knew that you just had to go balls to the walls for 30 days, and by balls to the walls, I don't mean, again, it shouldn't feel like you're lifting heavy things sort of effort. It's the sort of effort of just getting in alignment, taking the shots, making the decisions. Nope, this is where my focus is. I'm building a business, this is where my focus is. I'm doing this new thing, I'm jumping into this new career. I'm gonna launch. I'm putting everything I've got into it, and I'm not holding back a single effing thing. And if anyone wants to come in, they're showing me, like they're literally bringing it forward, because I've had some people be like, oh, Emelina, come hang out with me at the beach. And I'm like, no, like I'm working. I got stuff to handle. And they're like, oh, we hope you can let go of some of the work, and maybe, you know, and you can really enjoy your summer. I'm like, literally my guides were channeling through all day today. So it's funny that this message is coming through this way. I thought this was just for me. My guides were like, no, reject them. Tell them to get out. They don't understand because they don't have your vision. They're busy living whatever life they're going to live. It's not the one that you're going to be living. And you got bigger things in mind. You got bigger plans. So tell them to enjoy their summer little beach, whatever. Like, I'm not like floating like, oh, let's get coffee. I'm sorry, no. Like, you can see me on my live streams. Like, you want to hang out with me, go watch my YouTube channel. Jump into one of my programs. This is the vibe we've got going on right now. So for those of you that feel like you want to create a business, they're showing me business Mongol. Like, that's the, but it's not business Mongol from the place of like mean, lack of integrity, all I care about is money. That's not it. It's literally just focusing on your vision and understanding that for you to accomplish your vision, these things could take years for most people. If you just put your nose down for the next 30 days, you'll be there in 30 days. That's what they're saying to me. Translate that however you will. Use your own intuition. Take what you love, leave the rest. Please, dear God, with all of my streams, read between the lines. Spirit speaks through me, but Spirit is also giving you a transmission and speaking to you directly through your own gut, your own heart, and your own intuition. Listen to that intuition. You know what I'm speaking about right now for you, even if I can't identify what that is for you, because it's not my responsibility to. It is your spiritual responsibility to go, oh, that I did. Oh, I just feel like the universe just checked me. Oh, my higher self just said that. Like, tune into yourself and understand where it is that you're going. Get the messages from this stream. I would meditate with this transmission after this live stream, and I would write down what your higher self is transmitting to you, because this is a higher self transmission. Each of you are going to be connected to your higher selves. The higher self is like the sixth dimensional reality version of yourself that is leading you through these quantum jumps. I call them portal gates because they really look like, they're showing them to me like round portals of time. You're collapsing time, but there's a bunch of jumps all at one time. They're also telling me you've been preparing all year for this. Whatever the hell you set as your goals in January are right now. Move towards it. Move for it. And don't feel bad about telling people off. That seems so negative, but it's not negative. It's just being like, oh, I see, that's really cool. I love that for you. That's so LA of me, right? Like, if you guys haven't heard that phrase, like, I love that for you. Not for me. Like, move forward. Get your stuff done. Do whatever you got to do. Organize your finances. They're showing me big financial organization, you guys. Organize your finances, budget, plan, save, be mindful. I don't know why. You will know for you. That's the message that's coming through. Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to identify there? Anything else you want to bring forward to the conscious mind of everyone watching? Everyone that will watch? Oh, okay. They said, yes, there's one way forward and it's through. That's something that my guides would say to me all the time. So if you're debating, if you're thinking between decisions, like, should I do this or this? Neither. Through. When my guides say that, when the Akashic Records say the only way forward is through, consider this your fire walk. I don't know, for those of you that have followed Tony Robbins, I did the T. Harv Eker one where you take there are these initiations. You take an arrow and you break an arrow with your neck. It's like the softest part of your neck. It's ridiculous. Anyway, also they're bringing that forward to me. I did that when I was 25, and they have you break through a specific intention. And commitment has been something that's been very difficult for me through my life. Committing to just about anything. And when I did that arrow, it's similar to the fire walk with Tony Robbins, okay? It's like there's a ton of fear built up. I wrote the word commitment on the arrow, and I said, I'm here, I'm committing. I'm here to commit to everything that I want. And, you know, they put it, I forget exactly how they do it, but they put the arrowhead here, and you push through and you break the arrow with the softest part of your neck. It's like, I don't know, it's wild. Anyway, again, similar to the fire walk, they're bringing forward the word commitment, okay? So if you haven't made the commitment to what you want and move towards it, nothing's gonna make you commit. You have to commit. You have to put all of your energy behind it, which means you have to let go of anything that is not that priority and sprint towards it. They're highlighting in like neon lights the word commitment. You have to commit to yourself. If you don't commit 1,000% to what it is that you're going after, you leave room for error. You leave room for everybody to take you off track. Without commitment, there's nothing. That is your track. That is what's going to get you what you want in your life to move forward. The only way forward is through. Walk through the fire. That is telling me there's going to be a lot of fear. Trust the process. Trust that the work that you've done, a lot of you have just been sprinting through your freaking personal growth work since January. Trust that the personal growth work that you've done, the spiritual growth work that you've done, the ascension work, the expanding your consciousness, expanding your mind, expanding your ideas of the law of attraction, understanding your energy affects people, and understanding that you manifest things, and that things are your responsibility, and that you can change your life. Understanding all of that work that you've done, and assume that it's enough to launch you forward, that you have actually put in the work, and now all you have to do is put in the footwork, put in the footsteps, like bop, 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 bop. Okay, I've been dreaming, envisioning this my whole freaking life. Now move it. Now get it done. Now commit. Like, that's it. Commitment. End of stream. Mic drop. You're welcome. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to send through? Commitment is your #1 priority. Think about what you're committing to. When you're not consciously committing to what you want, you're committing to something else. Be mindful of what you are committing to, where you invest your action, and your intention and your money are indicative of your current commitments. Your attention, your action, and your money. Your intention is leading you forward, but your action, what you're doing today, and the collective of those actions together, your attention. If I were you guys, I would delete Instagram and TikTok, and I would just sprint for the next 30 days. I would get social media out of your head. I'm not telling you not to watch my videos, but if it helps you commit to yourself, go for it. Keep your mind in the right place, in the focus on the prize where you're going. Your attention is money. It is currency. Be very mindful about where you're giving your attention. Also, your emotional attention. Do not carry people with you in this phase emotionally. It's not your responsibility. You can't do it. You have to carry yourself forward. There is a lot of fear that's going to be coming up. In order for you to get through those fears mindfully, you have to take care of your own self emotionally. You cannot be attending to other people's fears or emotions. All right? For those of you that are highly sensitive, that will feel like a level of neglect, just know that it's part of the process. This just coming to your conscious mind should be enough for you to say, well, I'm not really neglecting them. I'm really just taking care of myself so that I can help them later. Think about it like that. Was there anything else you guys wanted to say on money? Watch where you're spending your money. Some of you are overspending in areas, not realizing that you're doing it. For example, they're making it very easy with substance use, okay? For example, let's say you've been like, I want to get a new car. I don't know why they're giving me that example, but that's the example, all right? And you're like, oh, I can't. I don't have enough money yet. I don't know if I can make those payments or whatever the hell it is. They're telling me there are two things going on here. One, consider getting a used car, something that's more affordable, that's easy, that would actually give you what you want. And then two, where are you currently spending your money that you don't have to be spending it? Now, they're reminding me, because I don't drink, for those of you that do drink or that have more heavy drinking habits or spend a lot of time with your friends drinking, they're showing me like the bill's just racking up like $100 a night or whatever it is. And it's like, all of that could be your car payment. This is literally just an example. It has nothing to do with the alcohol or the car. It's literally just the example. Like, look in your life, where are you currently spending money that's on repeat, unconscious, autopilot? And how can those habits be curbed and redirected towards your dreams? What do you actually want? And can you move some of that money towards what you actually want and have a little delayed gratification? They're saying just try it on for 30 days, you guys. 30 days. Try it. Start moving your money around towards the things that you want. And allow those priorities to set and then start to show you results. I think you'd be really surprised at the results that you will get from that. That's also directing your energy and momentum and focus into the direction of what you actually want. Practice the behaviors that you want, not the behaviors that you're accustomed to. Take that as you will. I kind of want to end the stream in a moment here because we're already at almost we're just under an hour. So but you know, take that message as it is without me explaining it. I'm going to pull a quick card. You guys, thank you so much for joining me on the stream. This is a really beautiful message. Akashic Records, what do you most want the collective to know right now as a closing message? This is really a 30-day message, not just of this week. This is like July into August, up to the 8/8 portal. I'll probably do a healing workshop with you guys and we'll launch you into your new, they keep saying career. A lot of you are switching careers. Launch you into your new chapter. Gaia. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. As you take care of yourself, all around you is taken care of. As within, so without, as without, so within, it's all connected. So take care of yourself, focus on your dreams, visions, goals, sprint to the 8/8 portal, get it all done, keep your focus on lock and key, mind your priorities, commit to them. Commit to yourself, be unwavering with your focus, and know that everything else, everyone else you love and adore will be carried through that support and momentum that you create for yourself energetically to the point where they will launch forward without you having to manually try to manage them. So that's the message that I've got. I'm going to quickly skim through the comments. I love you guys so much. If you love this message, actually, here's what I want to say. If you love my channel and you love my vibe, I would love if you share this video with someone that you love and adore, who may be on this journey with you. Yeah, share my channel, share the video, like this video, let me know what resonates below. I'd say leave me your goals and dreams, but don't, because they said not to. So just like, tell me how excited you are about them. I'm so happy this is resonating with you guys. Yes, new business career, Christine, great, Luna. Who else was in here? Custom molding, amazing. Doug, ascension symptoms lately. I have a video about ascension symptoms on my YouTube channel as well, if you search for it, that I explain ascension symptoms. You guys ready to jump or what? Yes. Jump, 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 jump. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Lots of love. I will talk to you soon. You can go watch the new moon channel from last week, from a couple days ago. We'll add on to this, but this was a really, really succinct message. And then again, the 2 videos on the Akashic Records last week about breaking spiritual bondage are freaking awesome sauce, like amazing. Oh, and then as a quick reminder, I have Akashic Records Immersion, my deep dive Akashic Records training program is open. It is 70% off. Spirit had me do 70% off. I never do that. It's much cheaper than it should be. So enjoy it. Use the code ancestors at checkout. If you have any questions, send me an email at wearewokeaf@gmail.com. You can jump into my free training as well, if that's helpful for you. Yeah, if you have any questions about the Akashic Records Immersion, let me know. For those of you, I've been saying this because I keep getting emails around this. If you're trying to line up to like get into the program, whether paying in full or on payments and you need to wait for a paycheck or whatever, or whatever's going on for you, like, let me know. I'm here with and for you guys. I want you in this program if you want to be in it, if it feels guided for you, if this feels like the right leap. So I'm here to work together with you. So that's what I got. So much love. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Alrighty, cheers. Bye.